les gars, it's your girl Aurie and welcome back to this YouTube channel where we talk, learn and take action to live our best life. Today we have a very special guest on this channel, Master Sri Akarshana. If you don't know him, well, I'm questioning you because he has over 1 million subscribers on YouTube. His message is now all over the place on the internet. He's a spiritual guide, but at the same time, a very successful business owner. We are very glad to have him here on this channel to help us understand how body, mind, and spirit goes all together, how you can use workout, yoga, any sorts of physical activity to help you reach your goals, manifest anything in your life, be a successful entrepreneur, or anything that you desire most in your life. Master, namaste.
Namaste. All right. Thank you for having me on your show, on your channel. Super excited. I even came dressed as for the occasion as well, in fitness gear, ready.
I like it. I feel like I'm not dressed in a proper way now.
I didn't know if you were going to put me through a workout or something.
Thank you so much for accepting to be on this channel. That's a big pleasure to have you here. And I'm pretty sure that a lot of people can benefit from what you have to say. So can you present yourself for people who don't know who you are? I'm sure if they will Google you, they'll probably not find you in that outfit. So can you help us understand who is Master Sri Akarshana and what you're doing here today?
I trained with a Himalayan Yogi, my master, Grandmaster Akshar, up in the Himalayas just under 2 years ago, and had the initiation. So all through this yoga practice, physical practice, all of this, and learning about manifestation, mystics of the Himalayas, and through body, mind, spirit connection. That's why I love your message, because you're reaching out to people. Moving the body. I always say, but when body is strong, then mind will follow and spirit will follow. Everything will follow because everything is interconnected. Combining that with, my early years of entrepreneurship, I was a college dropout. I was in several different businesses and built different successes in different areas. And then taking that in combination, what I found was that everything is interlinked. The way we manifest things, our state of being, our mindset, our positivity, what people call law of attraction, which is what most people know me for today online. And so far, just the past few years, the message has gone out to around 89, 90 million people around the world. So it's gotten out there, which has been an absolute blessing. And again, it's always nice to connect with positive souls like you in this space. And I know we've been, part of this community for a while now and training together also. So excited to add some value here and help the people who are following your message also to achieve their goals, achieve more success in life.
Thank you very much, because people would ask, but okay, yes, I eat a lot. I like food. This is my way of enjoying life. Okay, why not? Why do I have to do so many planks? Why do I have to train my body that way? What does it have to do with my level of success? How me training helps me to achieve my goals? Can you help us understand that?
I think it's very simple, and I think your energy really shows it. It shows you're a fitness person. Why? Because the moment camera goes on, bam, energy is out there. It's not like people who can sit there and say, "Oh, I'm not feeling so good," or "I'm not feeling like it today." Well, it's active. It's an active energy. And one of my early mentors many years ago said to me, it's not the person with the most knowledge who wins in any negotiation, in any conversation. It's not to do with their intelligence. It's not to do with their qualifications. It's all to do with energy, because energy is everything and everything is energy. And what he said is, you put two people together, the person with the most energy usually wins. Those who are parents out there will know what I'm talking about, because they say, "Daddy, can I have ice cream?" "No." "Daddy, can I have ice cream?" "No." "Daddy, can I have ice cream?" Okay, you can have it, right? The person with most energy usually wins. Now, does moving our body affect our energy? Obviously, it does. And it makes a huge difference. Everybody has had that when we eat, we eat too much. And when we eat too much, how do we feel? We feel like going to sleep. What is our energy level? Not so high. So if our energy level is not so high, because our physical body is not strong, our diet we're not looking after, or our physical movement we're not looking after, then does it affect, let's say, for example, a person in a job interview? Does it affect your performance at work? Does it affect your productivity? It affects everything. So everything corresponds. So when we look at this, our energy temple, our body, when we look after it, then it keeps the energy high. And when the energy is high, we can achieve so much more. If we want to dive a little bit deeper, then we talk about vibrational frequency. Because obviously, when our energy is high, vibrations are high. When the vibrations are high, law of attraction, attracting things becomes much easier and much faster.
That's interesting. And I think your audience will definitely understand that message. Mine, some people might be still skeptical. So I want to go back to what you said about two people having different energies and therefore having different results. That's something that happened to me. And I'm sure for you guys, you've had been in this situation where you know your topic, but still you go both together in an interview and then it doesn't turn to be successful for you. We are not saying straight away this person is working out and you are not, but actually definitely the energy is something. So thank you for bringing that up. So I know that you do a lot of yoga practices and I've been training with you. Some people following me on my Instagram know that I've been training for a few hours, sometimes 4 hours. Thank you, Master, to do yoga. What did yoga brought to you that you never had before, but yet you were still successful? Does it make sense?
Yes, it makes a lot of sense. Clarity is one of the things because yoga, when you get that energy flowing and you get that breath flowing, leads on to meditation, which brings you clarity. So clarity of purpose, clarity of who you truly are, I think is very important in self-development. Rather than focusing so much on external things. I think although having a lot of success in different businesses and different industries, and also making a good amount of money, also being able to live luxury lifestyle, sometimes we would still come to that question of why are we here and what are we here to do? And I feel that that peace, when you silence that mind through practice, when body is flowing, when everything is in what we call divine connection, when we become more connected, mind is more calm, we have more clarity, we know who we are, we spend more time with self as well, self-love expands as well. So I think that is a very important factor, which then corresponds to everything. Again, we need to understand that right now, I mean, although you are teaching fitness, or I know also on another channel you're also teaching dance, that's your specialist area. You're an expert at what you do. I've seen a lot of your work. I've seen your dance moves as well. It's very powerful. When people are following your work or they're practicing along with you, I think what people need to realize, and I think people will probably already realize, the people who are following your work, is that it's not just physical. When we are moving that body, it's not just saying, oh, I'm losing a few pounds, I'm losing some weight, or it's not just about that, because it builds people's confidence levels. I'm sure you get a lot of people tell you that as well when you're teaching people. Confidence levels will rise. Their energy rises. How do they take that energy with their families? It changes, right? How the energetic level, everything is changes. So I think it corresponds when we talk about, does it correspond to relationship? Yeah. Does relationship correspond to love? Love corresponds to also career. Career corresponds to fitness, for everything. Sometimes we get out of control in life and everything starts to spiral out of control. We know that. It's like, let's say, for example, somebody can lose their job. Suddenly it will affect their mental state. When their mental state is affected, suddenly it'll be like they don't have the motivation to go to the gym, let's say. Then some people will become obese or eat too much. And so all of this then is health issues. So everything corresponds. And when that happens, then what is our mood? What is our energy like? And how does that relate to then our relationship? So everything is interconnected. And I think that after coming from the Himalayas and through the whole initiation and the training and now doing daily yoga practice and meditation and everything like that, it's only enhanced the journey. Like I said to a lot of people inside our community as well, 2020, while obviously the world was going through chaos, a lot of things were happening, but in terms of how we pivoted and in terms of, if we look at our organization, for example, it's been the most profitable year out of the last 9 years of my career. So in 1 year, I managed to be more profitable, be more productive also, and also reach out to more people. We made more impact in 2020 than the whole 9 years put together. And so this is all the changes I've seen from just getting that body
Mm.
moving, you know. And I think it's a big problem because I don't know if you see this as well, Ore, is that a lot of people they say, if you ask them, you say, is health important? Everybody will say health is important. But then when you ask them, okay, so how important is it? 1 to 10, how important is health? I'm sure most people will say 10. And then you ask them, hey, okay, so how much do you train? How much do you look after your body? How much do you look after what you're eating? You look after this temple, 1 to 10. Most people will probably then drop to a 3 or 4. And then it's like, okay, so one moment you're saying, yes, you value this thing, you understand the value of it. And the second thing is you don't look after it. And it doesn't make sense. That's why I love your message, because you're awakening people to look after their body, which is very important because we live in this body for the rest of our life.
Yes, that's true. That's true. And I like the fact that you are bringing that up. So at least it's not coming from me. We have a living proof and someone which is already very successful that can talk about this and see the impact of daily activities. Yes, people are aware that health is important. They know that they have to do something. But when it comes to taking action, then everyone backs up. Of course, yes, working out is important, but maybe you might have other priorities right now. And it all depends on priority. So as I like to say, guys, you know that I'll always talk about this. Everything comes to a point. If ever now is the time for you to take care of your health, eating better is number one. And then working out is also very, very important. Not necessarily to show off with your six packs and and everything
But
that
that's
we
always
can
nice,
show.
no?
That's also very good. And I like the fact that, let's just be honest, we all like to have those Instagram shapes. At the end of the day, it's more about energy. And thank you for bringing that up. Energy is important. You don't see it, but it's there. This is actually what makes a difference between you and someone else.
So actually, I have something I would like to ask you, Ori, in this,
Yeah,
because
sure.
obviously you're an expert in fitness and training people and things like this. And what advice do you usually give to your clients, the people who are following your message, when it comes to nutrition, when it comes to fitness? Because I know there's some people, they're like, okay, look after every single calorie, read all the calories, don't avoid this, avoid this, take no carbs, no sugar, all this. And then there's other trainers which is like, okay, you can have those guilty pleasures also, and then whatever imbalance. And what is your take on all of this?
We are all different, but at the same time, we are categorized per groups. So there is what we call body types. Depending on your body type, there are certain things that you can do or can't do. And that's what makes the whole message on internet very confusing, because you can read at the same time, you can eat carbs at night, and then the next page you will see, no, don't. And this is true in all cases, like both are right, but it depends on who you are, like your genetics, how your body is currently. Of course, there are some ways of changing it, but not that much. And it's good to just consider that you are a certain body type. Now, there are three body types, and depending on those body types, then there are certain things that you have to do or not do. And this is true all the time. It's just science. It works like this. Every programs that I offer to my clients are personalized. And they are personalized because based on the picture, they see back, front, side, broad shoulders, hips, then there are certain things that they can do and can't do. Of course, it comes to your height, your age, any physical, pains or any allergies or stuff like that, then everything becomes like your program.
It's best that way. It's more specific,
It
more
is.
tailored for the person.
Exactly.
Well, what about when a lot of people, they talk about 80% of your fitness, your health happens in the kitchen? What is your take on that? Is a lot of the things you do nutrition, or is a lot of it body movement? What would you say?
It's actually half-half what I
Okay.
offer to my clients, because I want to leverage everything. So I want to leverage what's in the kitchen, what's happening in the kitchen, at the same time what you're doing at the gym. Because
Beautiful.
programs are like 6 weeks, sometimes 3 months if really you have like very specific goals. But in 6 weeks, especially for most people who are most of the time wants to lose fat, losing fat can be achieved quite fast, but you have to leverage everything.
I think I'm very aligned with what you're saying there. A lot of people, when they say 80% of it happens in the kitchen and 20% is actually the body movement. And what I find that a lot of people today, I don't know if you see this as well, a lot of people like cutting this, cutting that, cutting everything out of diet, and they don't do exercise. They become extremely skinny. You know, they feel like they look very good on photo, and some do. Some look very good on photo, but we also need to know how strong this body actually is, because this is our energy source. And I think a lot of people, they can look good, but they're actually not that strong. They're not that strong. The body, the immune system is not that strong. It's because actually it's probably lacking a lot of different things. So I think everything, when it comes to health, fitness, everything has to happen moderately. So it's kind of anything you cannot overdo. But I think I would agree with that 50-50 balance, you said.
Lots of people, like especially my clients, when I have new clients, they all have these beliefs that they should cut certain types of food. So if it's not carb, then it would be fat. Oh, no, I don't want to have fat. And when I give them their program and they have a teaspoon of olive oil, they are surprised, like, how come you're giving me olive oil to eat? No, I'll become fat. And it's that belief. I have to fight against this.
But then while you say that, actually, it's an interesting thing, because a lot of people, when they talk about belief, that belief is very strong, because belief creates reality.
Yes.
And I think that a lot of people, I mean, there's research being done. I don't know if you heard about this before, where two people, they are closing their eyes inside their mind. They're training the muscle on their finger, and both is training the muscle on their finger. But the one is actually physically training, the other one's actually not training. The other one's only thinking about moving that muscle. So they keep training, and later on they actually measure that both is trained, just because it's happening in the mind. So I think that a lot of the time, belief is a very strong thing as well, because they're stuck energies. When we talk about yoga, or we talk about a higher level of consciousness about chakra system and energies, we say that a lot of the negative beliefs is stored in the energy center. And so sometimes with stress, sometimes with these things, it also that energy affects the outer body. So when we change the mindset, actually we change the structure of the energy, and we allow the energy to flow. Therefore, actually weight will be lost a lot easier as well. It's like, I'll give you an example, because I used to always think my metabolism was not very good. Like, because I would, to go lean, I would have to cut everything. And I would have to go for days and days and days. And then what will happen, like literally 3 days of eating normally, and then it will start gaining again. This yo every day was like this, until the mountains. So it was when I went up into the mountains, and Grandmaster was, and I was so fascinated. Why? Because Grandmaster eats a lot of food, a lot, and everything is heavy curries. You know, when it's Indian food, heavy curries, it's naan bread, it's chapatis, it's everything. Everything is carbs, everything is curry, everything is heavy. And he eats it just before sleep as well. So he just eating, and then a lot of it. And then if you see Grandmaster, you wouldn't think he eats a lot. So I asked him, I said, Grandmaster, I said, how is it that you eat so much, but you just like, you can't see any of it? He says, it just goes. And I said, what does it mean it just goes? And he said, well, you will know how to do that too. And I was like, you do what? What are you actually doing? And then later on, I found out actually, and this is where I know you'll be more familiar with this, rather than the people listening will probably think it's a little bit weird. But when we go into deep meditation, when we are in different dimension, we're training in different dimension. So whether we're in sleep dimension or dream dimension, very powerful thing. So when we were learning things like that, different dimension traveling and all of this in the Himalayas, I thought I'd test the theory. Let me tell you something from just over a year ago now, since coming back. this whole year. You ask any of my team members, I out eat everybody every day. I just eat whatever, ice cream, pizzas and chocolate, whatever. I just eat. I think just something interesting for everybody
Yes,
to know. But I don't advise everybody else to do it because
of course.
I'm sure your body will
Don't
show.
do that.
But it's but because I know it's possible and because I've received that training, it's very interesting because the body is doing very well. Metabolism is not
Awesome.
metabolism is doing well, and it's just like it's not like the past. A lot of people in my team, they see if we like master, we'll end up like this, and so I think belief is a strong thing. And
Yes.
then going deeper into consciousness will be then, okay, can we maybe travel through third eye, access different dimensions, workouts? Because when
Yes.
we work out in different dimension, working out there, here is class, let's say 10 minutes, out there's classes, let's say a week. So it makes a big difference because time works differently.
Thank you for talking about this. I know that for some of you, this whole thing might not make sense, but I talk about meditation a bit on this channel and on my other social
Very good.
network. Some people have been asking, what does it do? So I'm trying to just simplify it. It just clears your mind, you know?
Yeah,
And for some people that, yeah, I'm trying, it doesn't really clears my mind. I feel like I'm talking and I don't know what is it doing actually. And I feel like it all makes sense when you put all the pieces together. You're doing things without necessary expectation. You're just trying to sit here and relax. And if it's too woo-woo for you, then maybe you can consider this as being your cool down after a workout or before a workout.
right.
You concentrate and focus entirely when you're doing your workout because mind-body connection is really important. We all have muscles in different areas. When we do, for example, legs extension, some people will feel like nothing is moving, like deep muscles that are not moving. It's there. I see my leg lifting up, but I don't see anything. So I'm like, think. That's why some men, you know, they'll be at the gym and be like, ugh, you know?
Yeah.
Okay, yes, it's funny to see that, but it's made on purpose. So don't think they're entirely crazy. There is a bit of truth in that. Looking at your muscles, exercising, working out, doing the movement reinforces what happens in your muscles. And this is what's called mind-muscle connection. So it's really important to bring that up.
I love what you're saying there, and I think it's a very high level of consciousness you have. It's not just any fitness trainer, you know.
I'm trying my best to share that message because I think that's important to be aware that workout is not just workout. Food is not just food. Meditation, yes, it's not just meditation. We have to use a bit of everything that makes sense to us to help us live our best life, because that's the topic of that channel, you know, to talk, to take action, of course, not just watch. Don't just watch me doing workouts. You have to work out as well. We all have to work out together, encourage each other, talk in the comment section, and then grow to our full potential, because ultimately that's what we want for our life, to have a good life and to be happy. Well, thank you so much, Master, for being here, sharing your knowledge about yoga, your journey in the Himalayan, your success level, everything that you managed to achieve in these past 9 years. For people who don't know Master, now you know him. He has all the hat. Now you see him like this, dressed like that.
Next time we need to do some dance together.
And then next time we do a dance together, Morphoso, yes. That would be interesting. Any final word from you, Master, to share to people watching you on this channel who would like to share your message?
I think while we're all talking about health and fitness and everything like that, I think a lot of people, a lot of the time, they take everything for granted. So sometimes just take that daily gratitude to appreciate your body. It does so much for you. Even your heart beats over 100,000 times a day. It doesn't ask you for anything. It just does it, you know. Our body does so much. Our body is our temple. Look after it and it'll look after you. I think the worst thing is that a lot of people, they say, yes, it's important. Yes, it's important. Yes, I should look after it next week or some other time, right? But actually you cannot put health aside. because health you have to live with in every moment. You can try to achieve everything else. Without health you don't have anything. And so the biggest problem I see is that a lot of people, they don't usually get their act together until they get the health scare. But for a lot of people, when they get a health scare, it's already too late. So don't allow that to be you. Step up today. Find yourself a coach. Find yourself a mentor. I mean, Aurea is amazing. So make sure connect with her. Maybe go through the coaching and things like that, because it's different when you get somebody holding you accountable. Workout is different. If you're just watching some YouTube videos, it's very different. You watch it whenever you want. You eat pizza while watching it also. You're watching other people work out while eating pizza. So it's different. But if you get that one-to-one, you find yourself a coach. Everything I do, it doesn't matter what goal it is, I find myself a coach. So get yourself a coach, hold you accountable, give you a little kick up the backside so that you stay intact. Remember, you can be cheap on anything else, but you cannot be cheap on health, right? That's something you must invest in, because this is your biggest asset. So I just want to say another thank you, Ori, for having me on your show. It's been an absolute pleasure, and I love your message. I think you continue to shine your light out there, and hopefully I get that dance session with you soon, learning dance.
Yes. Thank you so much for all of you watching this video. It was a pleasure, Namaste Master, to have you on this channel.
Namaste.
And I look forward to seeing you for dance maybe on this channel or another one.
Thank you. Namaste.
Wow, wasn't it incredible to hear from someone who managed to live now his best life simply by adding physical practices into his routine? Well, that's what I wish to you. And if you like this video, don't forget to smash the like button, subscribe to this channel, and turn on the notification, because on this channel we have body challenges, workouts, and soon there will be yoga coming in, this kind of yoga that you've never seen before. So get ready, and I see you in the next video.